So when the minimum functions available, very first condition, a should be positive. In front of x square, a in front of x square, or we call coefficient. This a should be positive. A come positive only, minimum chance. Therefore, your O-level graph without drawing, by observing you can tell whether min or max graph that you drawn in earlier grades, right? In front of x square plus comes minimum. Therefore, there are three cases of minimum. Zero minimum, negative minimum, positive minimum. Everything depending on the delta or discriminant value, right? Okay, general formula, this is we call 4ac minus b square over 4a. Minimum form, general formula. Everything happen but the x symmetric equation. X equal minus b over 2a, right? X equal minus b over 2a becomes symmetric axis. Okay, so the minimum type is over. Next we move to the maximum graphs. There is case 1 I told. Now write case 2. Case 2. Case 2. Case 2. If a less than 0, if a less than 0 in front of x square minus symbol, right? In front of x square minus symbol. So I shown already, raised these all still there in this function. You can take y equal to fx also, okay, fx function in x. Okay, a less than 0. What do you mean a? In front of x square or the coefficient that is less than a, right? So here also we have three types of graph: maximum, zero maximum, positive maximum, negative maximum. We'll define one by one, right? Okay, so write type A, type A, type A. Write this: if b square minus 4ac greater than 0. Wait, I can start a different. Wait, will you? So I hope to work once again from the first principle and then we decide. Once again I show that first principle. So using this I can move, but better I start from the beginning. See, evaluate, wait. Write this function again, write that function. Fx equal. That's we proven already. From there we start, right? Write that fx equal a into x plus b over 2a all things square plus 4ac minus b square over 4a. So what I shown in all the paths in the earlier graphs, I will show once again same. Then only you will improve the ideas, right? Otherwise, by heart you can't do it by keeping mind, keeping heart by heart. From first principle, we will work for the best knowledge in the future. Okay, so you complete this one, right? See, again I show some example. See the example: y equal minus 4 value, x plus 5, all things square plus 1. See, don't hurry, no any kisi madisyak nahe, no hurry. So we'll study clearly the idea of quadratic function. Think this quadratic function. What is a in front of x square? No, I said minus 4, right? See here. If x equal minus 5, what happened? This is 0. This is my target is that. Make a 0 column. 0. So what is y? 1. Okay, y is 1. If you put x equal minus 5, y becomes 1, right? Is it clear? Now you write any value for x, any value except minus 5. If x not equal to minus 5, for example, put x4, what the simple number? 0, put x4, 0. 25. Multiply 400. minus 100, plus 1, minus 99, minus 99. Put x for 1, put x for 1. 1 plus 5, 6, 6 square 36. 4 times minus, minus 144. Minus 144 plus 1, plus 1. What is that? Y equal minus 143. Like any value you apply, my example, right? You can note that if you want to roughly make a, if not clear, completely algebraic pattern, better you quickly note and think. Later you study, refer it, like not like all over you have to work. Now enough time, you not go beyond all the classes online, whatever, inline, outline, online. That is useless. You need time to work if your intention. If you have an ambition or intention to go an engineer or a high professional, then you have to work. Otherwise, first 3 wheel park වැඩ කරන නැත්නම් නාට්‍යමි සංගම සභාපති වෙනවා, 3 wheel park එකකට වැඩ කරනවා, නැත්නම් mobile phone shop එකක් දානවා, තාත්තයි කඩේ වැඩ කරනවා කියවනම් කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. But if you have future, you should work. Therefore, note and think, because if you once you work only, you will know more and more knowledge than the teacher. Especially applied maths, the students teach us. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, so the y value, see, 1 or others are smaller than 1. 1 smaller than 1. What do you mean? A number, other small. Therefore, maximum number is 1. Y1 is the maximum value. Other values are lesser than that. A simple explanation. Like any value you can put and think. Improve your knowledge of max minimum ideas, right? Now come here. So write this now. After showing this, write this. If x equal minus b over 2a, if x equal minus b over 2a, see what happened. What happened? This is 0, ne? Yeah, but that answer, no? Y or fx කියලා කියමු. Y හරි fx, no problem. Y or fx, right? Answer is what? 4ac minus b square over 4a. If x equal minus b over 2a, fx equal to that. Okay, as I mentioned my example. Remember here a is negative, a is minus answer. Now write if x not equal to minus b over 2a. If x not equal to minus b over 2a. Therefore, this is never come 0. This never comes 0. But there's a minus number in front of the bracket, a minus number. This is positive. For example, 100 minus 7, 100 minus 3, 100 minus 50. Like, minus ne? Therefore, the answer comes smaller than this. Okay, can you agree this? It's smaller than this. As I mentioned in my example here earlier. If x never comes, takes minus b over 2a, the fx answer smaller than last constant value. So write that fx less than 4ac minus b square over 4a. Less than that. Therefore, think idea. In particular x value, fx takes 7. Example. Other x values, x takes smaller than 7. In particular x value, fx takes 100. Without that particular x value, x takes less than 100. 100 less than 100. Therefore, maximum answer. Both the formula type is same. Minimum graph, maximum graph, the formula is same answer. By the problem, you have to get the clear numerical solution. So right below, therefore, when a less than 0, and x equal minus b over 2a, and x equal minus b over 2a, the function has a maximum value of write this max this one maximum value of 4ac minus b square over 4a, right? Also write this which hold or which takes when x equal minus b over 2a, when x equal minus b over 2a, right? And that case only that takes idea. So the both the same expression. Earlier case 1, here case 2, all similar expressions, right? But you know, only ABC values that comes different format to find the answers. So very useful theory. They ask in the quadratic will work. I sent 3 tudes. Almost first number 1 is completed. Tude number 1 is completed. Tude number 2, last class I worked many questions with the inequality also. Tude number 3 also available, right? Okay. Now we go to the further explanation, further behavior. There are 3 types of maximum about the delta value. You can verify. Okay, right. Type A. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0 and a less than 0, that was important. So you know, delta positive, a quadratic equation has 2 solutions. Therefore, the graph should be cut 2 values in the along the x-axis. Okay, we'll say that. Okay, come to this. Write this. Fx maximum. Write this. Okay, see here, it's equal. I can take a minus symbol out. That is not necessary. Minus naturam puluvan. If you feel any problem, I know, because I am now more than 2 decades of teaching experience. දෙකකම ළමයිට පුළුවන් ද බැරිද ඒ ඔක්කොම මට කියන්න පුළුවන්. So we පරිස්සමින් වැඩේ කරමු. That simply you have to work, not need to hardest, simply be cool and study the maths easy. I took the minus out. Okay, now come the idea for fx maximum. See this, there minus, outside minus ne? But it's type A, delta, discriminant, positive. Below what is A? Negative. Therefore minus into plus, below also minus, never the symbol, positive ne? Greater than 0. So what do you mean therefore here? Delta greater than 0. There's a maximum, positive maximum, right? Then right below. Therefore, if A less than 0, therefore if A less than 0 and the delta greater than 0, the given quadratic function cuts the x-axis at 2 discriminant points. at two distinct points, D-I-S-T-I-N-C-T, distinct point. That means two different points. Show the diagram. Show the maximum graph. So what the maximum value? Still the same formula. 4AC minus B square over 4A. When it's happened, X take 2 minus B over 2A, right? X take 2. So I don't know how it's come that side. You can draw this side also. You can draw negative side also, right? Generally we are learning here, right? So I show all this side. Don't think always here. It can come that side also, huh? So draw that sketch. This is type A, right? So what we learned earlier case, 3 types. Here also we research 3 types. Okay, then write type B. Type B. Write if A less than 0. If A less than 0. And B square minus 4AC and B square minus 4AC, B square minus 4AC equal to 0. A negative delta 0. Then you know what happens, right? Okay, find the maximum type, find the maximum. See, what is fx maximum? The given function's maximum comes how? You know maximum standard general form 4AC minus B square over 4A. See what happened. If that one, what happened? B square minus 4AC is 0. That means delta 0. Completely numerator is 0. But below number A is a minus 1. A is minus 5, minus half. A negative ne? 0 over negative 0. Fx maximum 0, write that. Fx maximum 0. Therefore write the summary, that write this. Therefore if A less than 0 and delta equal to 0, delta means triangle shape, small triangle shape called delta, short form. If A less than 0 and delta equal to 0, the given quadratic function has a zero maximum. That is the function touches the x-axis. 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 Okay, clear note, right? Very important, useful. Now draw a sketch. Draw a sketch, similar diagram. Maximum but touch karno ne. That's called a zero maximum. Y value is 0 ne. Y are fx are under. This is what x equal minus b over 2a, right? But in this case 0 maximum. Okay, at last type C. Now you can take a note. You can take your own knowledge, the note, ideas. If you follow my method, easily you can identify clear. But you have to work, you refer everything. Every day complete the reference, revise it. Don't quote the areas, don't keep the areas. Otherwise it become a very whole overload because you will study the chemistry, physics, or sometimes IT, the combinations there, no? Physics, combined maths, IT. Some use chemistry, combine maths and other subject, not without physics. But if you take such a combination, you can't go to the engineering faculty, right? You can't enter the University of Peradeniya or Colombo, any engineering faculty, but you can go any other important faculty involving IT, computer faculty. Like we have not like when our old A levels, our campus life, we have lot of faculties there. We have done so many faculties there, so that is a good chance for work hard to go. That Matale last year, Matale biology Sri Lanka number 1 or number 2, but year after you have to come. You have to maintain the VT graph like a constant velocity. Like the graph should be good, don't come to decay. If one year medical faculty first, all our island one, second or third one. Next time engineering faculty, engineering should become number 1. So you have to work hard. This is the thing, there's nothing you have to, the studying method is important. That is the main part. That is depending on the university level, island level, everything. Okay, right, type C. Type C is what? If A less than 0 and what is that? Delta or B square minus 4AC less than 0. Both are negative, ne? These conditions are important. A level they ask papers, recent papers, they ask those conditions. So write that A less than 0, delta less than 0, both negative. Especially delta negative mean no real solution. If no real solution mean graph never cuts the x-axis. Okay. Alright, F max. Write this F maximum, Fx maximum, Fx maximum, Fx maximum 4AC minus B square over 4A, the standard formula, right? Now I change this formula to this expression. Take the minus out, that is B square minus 4AC over 4A. What happened? Put the symbol plus minus balanda. Outside minus. B square minus 4 is a negative, a minus, right? Below A also minus ne. Therefore, minus into minus plus. Plus divide by minus. So no chance for a positive maximum ne. Then right below, complete the sentence. Therefore, if A less than 0, if A less than 0 and delta less than 0, the given quadratic function has a negative maximum. Therefore, in this case, or in this condition, the function never cuts the x-axis. Never cuts or touch. Never touch or never cuts the x-axis. Can show a sketch, right? So very clearly I shown. If you learn already this, you can compare with me, and you are the teacher and me, you can compare how they taught, how I am teaching this. Simple maths, right? So never touch, cut, show graph. This is we call generally minus B over 2A. This is what 4AC minus B square over 4A, right? Completed. Minus negative maximum, ne? So there are 3 types of maximum, 3 types of minimum, right? Negative maximum. Okay, that's all this quadratic function theory. We'll see some questions, the basic problem, how to use this in a problem, and some advanced questions also. Okay, right. So when you do the question, we won't use straightly the formula type. Better you in the exam problem, they ask sometimes prove the theory. They ask first part to prove the theory, and they ask a question. On that case, no matter, because you proved already you have answer in your answer script, your solution in your answer script. Then you can continue that. But in mathematics, we won't show straightly the formula, right? Everything go with the first principle method. Okay. Write one question. Write this. Consider the function fx equal x square plus x plus 1. Consider the function fx equal x square plus x plus 1 by finding the maximum or minimum of this function sketch the rough diagram of the graph. Okay, the first question, they have to see how I am showing here. We don't need big things, simply we'll find out. So follow me how I am showing such a graph, quadratic. In O level you draw a big table. There are so many x values and corresponding y values. Next you prepare a graph sheet and you draw a big parabolic shape. Here we don't draw in graph sheets. Here we have graphs, A level calculus, that's called a calculus graph. Differentiation, that chapter. Here algebraic graph, we don't draw much more. Rough sketch only, not by scale diagram, right? Scale with the units. Okay, see that? Very first, follow me this idea, right? Very first point, what is A here? A is 1. In front of x, A is 1. What is 1 means? More than 0. Greater than 0. Ne? Therefore, fx has a maximum, the minimum. Ne? Fx has a minimum. That's your first point. You define in front of x square what is the value. Positive na minimum. In front of x square minus come, graph is maximum, right? First we define that one. Okay, the graph is a minimum function. Next we take the minimum value. What is there for fx minimum? What is the fx minimum value? I proved already, therefore straight line using here. Here 4ac minus b square over 4a is the standard formula for maximum or minimum. Put the ABC value, find the minimum answer. 4 into, what is A? 1, A is 1. What is C? 1, okay. What is B? 1. 4 into A is 1. So what's the answer? 3 over 4 is the minimum value. Okay. Next point, when minimum takes x value minus b over 2a. Remember, minimum means y coordinate. Then we have to find the x coordinate, right? That is generally x minus b over 2a, right? What is that? X equal b is 1, 2 times a is 1. They have x equal minus half. Okay, always follow this procedure, then roughly you can sketch. These points are the marks. If you show these points, then marks, in A level, minimum marks in maths paper 5 marks. Minimum 5 marks. Otherwise 0. No half marks, 1 marks, 2 marks. Paha නැත්තම් 0. So minimum takes the symmetric axis. This you told you oral mathematics. A symmetric අක්ෂය කිව්වේ මේකයි. minus half. Okay. Next we find about the delta. But very clear, you can find. But better you find the delta also. Find the delta here. Next point. What is delta? You work already. B square minus 4AC. B square minus 4AC. So what is B? 1, 4, A, C is 1. Delta negative. Very important. Follow me. These are the main part. Delta negative. See there? Delta minus the answer, right? Therefore, write a sentence. Therefore, the function never cuts the x-axis. Delta negative means no real solution. No real solution. The function never cuts the x-axis. Never cuts the x-axis. Never cuts the x-axis. So the graph is a minimum graph, ne? Therefore, above the x-axis the graph. Okay. Almost parts are over, but sometimes we can find, every graph is a straight line graph or parabolic graph. Cuts the axis. Some graph cuts the x-axis and the y-axis. Some cuts only the x-axis. Some cuts the y-axis only. But here we said never cut the x-axis, but cut the y also. Better you find that also. How to find the y value intersection? O-level mathematics. How to find a graph cut the y-axis? Put x for 0. If you put x for 0 in the equation, you can find the y coordinate. If you put y for 0, you can find the x coordinate. Right, next point. If x is 0, what is y? Y means fx, y can fx. 1. 0 plus 0, 1. That is 1, ne? Okay, that is enough to draw the rough diagram of this quadratic function. I'll now draw that. Now draw this minimum graph. Minimum take place x equal minus half, ne? Symmetric axis minus half, ne? Never cut the x-axis. Therefore, something like this. Okay, roughly draw, no problem, rough test. But mark the points, this is minus half, symmetric minus half. What is minimum? Where minimum? 3 or 4, ne? 3 or 4. It cut the y-axis at 1. See what a simple case. So these points are the variable to get the mark. Symmetric axis, minimum point or maximum point, or where the graph cut the corresponding axis. Those are very useful and important, right? When problem asks a question, right, any problem tell, if you follow the same idea for whatever quadratic function, don't go very huge paths, try to show these points. First you decide the graph is maximum or minimum. If so, that means minimum, find the minimum value. If maximum, find the maximum value. Also find the symmetric axis. Next, find the delta. Is important because A-level pure maths quadratic equation, the delta important. From the delta, you can decide whether it cuts the graph or touch the graph or never cuts. Also, if any enough space or enough time or enough work, better you find where the graph cut the axis. X-axis, Y-axis, kapana point එකත් බලන්න පුළුවන්. Okay. See another question. Second problem, fx equal, right, next week, tomorrow we'll work question, tomorrow I'll complete this one, right? 4x square minus 12x plus 9. See this next question. The same problem, by finding the maximum or minimum, draw the sketch. So I already said the question, same problem, I not say once again, time waste. So 4x square minus 12x plus 9. Start, try the work, procedure, follow the same procedure. So very first I said, what is A? In front of x square we call A as 4, ne? Positive, ne? A is positive. Therefore, right, therefore function as a minimum. Therefore function has a minimum. Next you can find that minimum value, that means y coordinate. Next point, see what is fx minimum point. 4. What is A? 4, ne? A is 4. A is 4. B is 9. Sorry, C is 9. B square mean 144, ne? Over 4 times A. 4 times A is 4. Check that. Becomes 0. Delta becomes 0, I think. Check that. Delta becomes 0. Delta 0. Then you can write a sentence. You want, right? Therefore the graph touch the x-axis. Okay. Therefore the graph touch the x-axis. Graph touch the x-axis. Next, find the x-coordinate. Where it touch? Where it touch the x-coordinate? When it's happened? When it's happened? Next point. When x equal minus b over 2n. What is that? X equal, what is b minus 12 plus 12, therefore, right? 2 times a 4, ne? Cut the 4, 3 over 2, the 3 over 2. 3 over 2. That means symmetric x is 3 over 2. So delta we complete here, delta. Delta okay, but delta 0 here, not need to find delta. Once you work delta here, delta 0, right? Minimum, yeah, becomes delta or delta 0. You can find we want delta 0 that. Next, find if the graph cuts any point. Y if you want, put x for 0, put x for 0. If x is 0, what is fx answer? 9. Fx answer 9. That means the graph cuts the y-axis at 9. So now draw, that's enough I think points. Huh? All the necessary paths are available. Now draw the graph like this. Is it? The graph like this. This is 9. Here what we call 3 over 2. That's all. It's the case. Minimum graph pattern.